Hey, what's going on, guys? So I did a video showing this little Palladium 1 gram piece and talking about it, and I want to do a quick follow-up video to that because I saw some comments. I actually got some private messages through Instagram, some people who are kind of interested in asking more questions. So I think there's one really important thing to mention, which I didn't mention in the first video. That's why I'm justifying making a whole video on this, and that is the resale of Palladium. So if you want to sell gold, you could sell gold to anyone, anywhere. It is just the easiest of all the precious metals to sell, in my opinion. Now, some people might disagree because it's more expensive, but I'm telling you, between online and physical options, there's nothing easier to sell in the precious metal space than gold. Now, you might have a specific type of gold that might be a little bit harder to sell. I just mean the generic stuff. If you have some gold eagles, buffaloes, even, sovereign or foreign gold coins, gold bars, you could sell that stuff anywhere. Not only do you have the normal places to sell where you're going to get top dollar for it, but you have 1,000,001, hokey little we buy gold places. Now, those people will rip you off, but you could still sell your gold. You know what I'm saying? In a real emergency, you may not care about, making a profit. So let me play some scenarios out for you. You have a gold eagle, just one gold eagle. You need money like tomorrow. You need to sell it today for something tomorrow, cash in hand. You can go to a dealer, a coin shop or something. Maybe you can get $2,500 for it. Maybe you get $2,600 for it. Maybe you get $2,400 for it, right? But you could do that. They will buy it. They absolutely will buy it, no matter what. If you go to a We Buy Gold place, they may offer you $2,000 for it, or $1,800, who knows what, because those are rip-off scam places. Usually, they're not looking for coins. They're preying on people who are desperate to sell them their, family jewelry and stuff. They want those gold rings and the gold necklace your grandmother gave you and that kind of stuff. So they're definitely predators in the precious metal space, but it's still an option. You could still sell to them. Now, if you bought that gold eagle for $1,000, a couple of years ago, you'd be more than happy to get ripped off and get $1,800 for it or whatever they happen to offer, right? In a pinch, you're still making money. But let's say you bought it last week for $2,700, $2,800, and now the price dropped $100, whatever. Yeah, you'd ideally want to go to a dealer or sell it online. But the point is, you could sell it anywhere. Gold, in my opinion, of course, it's just my opinion, but it is even easier to sell than silver. Silver is still easy to sell. There's plenty of people, literally millions of people who want the stuff. You could sell it, right? But when it comes down to something like platinum or specifically palladium, that will be harder to sell. Now, I want to say harder than silver or gold, but it's not hard. Now, most people you talk to will have no idea or an interest in palladium. They won't know what it's worth, they're not going to want to buy it. But if you go to a coin dealer or a bullion shop or anything like that at all, they're going to know what it is, they're going to know its value, and they're going to buy it from you. They will. I don't know what they're going to give it, for you. They might not give you a premium on this stuff, but you can definitely sell it. Does that make sense? Like I'm not getting this stuff and stacking it specifically so that I can't sell it. There's definitely a market for it, but it's much smaller. And I want to make that very, very clear. If you are just getting into stacking and stuff and you watch my video and you're like, oh, it's really cool, I love that palladium. To me, it's a novelty type thing. If you had $50,000 to invest, I wouldn't pick palladium. You know what I mean? I would pick a safer bet like gold or silver. But for me, it's somewhat of a novelty, but also because I'm buying in small quantities. I'm not buying 10 ounces of this stuff. I'm buying grams at a time. So I did want to point out the fact that if you are interested in this, you do want to stack it, it will be a little bit more difficult, but it's not hard. You just have to know where to go and who to talk to, and you have to understand, what you're going to get out of it. But the idea behind it for me is on a novelty level. I wouldn't spend thousands and thousands of dollars on palladium, or platinum. You could, but that's if you have plenty of other investments that are totally sound and safe and you just want to try something new. But for the average person, I just think it's cool having a couple grams of it. Does that make sense? But I didn't want to push the idea that, yeah, this is going to be 10 times more money in the future and you should put all your money into it. Not at all. Not at all. I feel like it will always have value. It is a rare precious metal. It's one of the rarest. Way more than gold, as I mentioned. 30 times more rare than gold. That's a fact. But will there be a demand? It's obviously not 30 times more demand than gold right now. Otherwise, the price would be 30 times higher. But I think it's cool. But I did want to point that out. This is not the focus. I will make a separate video talking about my stacking goals and how, because I've changed quite a bit. And what I want to do, because, you know, in the beginning, I did everything. I did a little this, a little that, because I love the variety. It was very interesting. But my stacking goals have changed dramatically in what I want and what I'm actively trying to get. And I'll do a whole video talking about that in the future. And my stacking goals for 2025 is even more different than what I would suggest you stack if you're new, or if you just want to make money on it, or, you know what I mean, to make it simple. That's a whole different thing. Okay, so it could definitely be a little confusing. And I know some people do look to these videos for like advice or, you know, maybe suggestions or ideas. This is cool, but this is like an addition to a stack. If you're just getting into precious metals, don't even consider something. In my opinion, don't even bother with this. You know, you stick with silver, you stick with gold, you stick with your budget, and this stuff comes later to me. But I think it's awesome, and I still think I can easily double my money, or triple my money, or 10x my money someday. But it's not going to be thousands of dollars worth. I'm only buying, you know, my goal is a couple $100 worth. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But for now, it's just fun. And it just gives me something to buy. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a coin shop like Allen's, where I got this, you know, buying a 1 ounce Buffalo, that's not exciting to me. You know, been there, done that. I've bought a ton of silver. I've traded for a ton of silver. Hundreds and hundreds of ounces. It's boring. So this was exciting to me. That's why I got it. So for $35, I could have gotten, you know, a Buffalo generic round. Or I could have got this. Brand new metal, which is super cool, which to me is very undervalued at the moment. That's why I went with it. But it's not a huge investment. You know what I mean? It's a novelty level purchase. So I just want to make that very clear. Don't, you know, back up the truck and load it with palladium. You know, if you're going to be doing anything like that, I would definitely focus on gold. And again, we'll talk more about that in the future. But anyway, just want to make that super clear. So if anyone had questions about that, or, you know, thinking about resale and stuff, if you do your research, there's plenty of places, literally thousands and thousands of people that you can sell this stuff to that will be more than happy to buy it for you, you know, for spot price or very close to spot price. But, you know, it's more of a gamble, let's say, than silver or gold for sure. And I just want to make that crystal clear. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take it easy.